Hey Scorpio, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your general life tarot reading for June 1st through the 15th. We're going to take a peek at the overall energy that's surrounding you right now. We'll look specifically at your energy, at any obstacles, challenges, what might be hidden, some advice from spirit, and your potential outcome. And then we'll wrap up by pulling one last oracle card so we can see if spirit has any final bits of advice or guidance for you. I do like to get all of the cards out before I start interpreting them. So if you want to go directly to your message, feel free to click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's get started. So the first card that we have out for you for the overall energy that's surrounding you is deep knowing. So we'll see how that ties in, but let's get into some tarot and start with your current energy. Current energy for my Cancer collective, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. For challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden from you. Okay, we have a couple that came out. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and we have the Hermit in reverse. For advice from Spirit, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. And for the potential outcome, for your potential outcome, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages a little more. For your current energy, we have the Six of Wands. For any challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden, we have the Universe and we have the Two of Pentacles. Advice from Spirit, we have the Five of Cups. And for your potential outcome, clarifying the Four of Wands in reverse, we have the Moon in reverse, and we also have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so let's grab an oracle deck and see what we have. So for your current energy, we have specificity matters and incoming. For challenges, obstacles, and what's hidden, we have surprise. For advice from Spirit, we have inner peace that flipped over. And for your potential outcome, we have visualization. Okay, so let's get into this, Scorpio. What it feels like with deep knowing as the overall energy that's surrounding you right now is that there seems to be a feeling that you have that something is coming, that something is about to happen. And it's a very unsettled feeling in that you don't know if it's going to be good. You don't know if it's going to be bad. You just know that there's some sort of change on the horizon. What it feels like in your current energy is that you are sort of doing you're trying to, I just heard, steer the winds of change, and that you're very hopeful that whatever this change that's on the horizon is going to be a good thing for you, that it's going to end up netting you something that's positive, right? But there seems to be a little bit of doubt as to whether or not that's going to be the case, because it feels like there's so much that you don't know. And what we have, with the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands, there's sort of like this opposing energy where it's like you want victory, but you're not quite sure if you're going to get it, if this change is going to be what you want. And then the two oracle cards that came out for your current energy, specificity matters. The universe can only give you what you ask for. Narrow it down. Be as specific as feels good. And we also have incoming. News or message, game changer, surprise invitation, insights, gift, and making connections. So again, this is really that sort of energy where you feel like something's happening and you just can't sort of wrap your head around what it might be or how it's going to end up. But again, you're hoping for the best. It seems like you have in your head what the best case scenario would be. And this might be in career, this might be in business, this might be in lifestyle change, but it's a very nervous and unsettled energy, that vague feeling of, okay, something's going down. Something's going down. I don't exactly know what it is, but whatever it is, I hope that X, Y, and Z happens. I hope that X, Y, and Z comes out of it, is the feeling that I'm getting from you all right now. So looking at the challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. We have the Hermit in reverse. We have Universe, the Two of Pentacles, and we also have Surprise in a way that you wouldn't expect. A gift from the universe, intense, twist of fate, and eclipse news. So what I'm feeling, the biggest struggle for you is that you're trying to get past this sense of something shady going on behind the scenes, right? There's this unknown. And while you're hoping for the best, you really have no idea what's happening behind the scenes. And it's hard for you to sort of sit back and just accept things as they are and just kind of wait it out and see what's unfolding. There's a piece of you that wants to take action, that wants to dig in a little bit deeper and like, what's going on? What's happening over here? What are you doing? What's going to be the outcome? It's like there's a lot of questions, and it's hard for you not to sort of go in with this sort of a bit frantic and confused energy to try and get those answers. But what you don't see coming is that there is, right? There is this change coming, and it's not a bad thing. You you have two surprise cards that came out. So it's almost as if what you're thinking about on one side versus the other with this Two of Pentacles, it seems like you're waffling back and forth between, no, everything's going to be fine, and then this is going to be a shit show. What you don't see is that things are moving, and I feel that it's going to be positive, but the mere fact of this being unknown is stressful. But things are going to unfold, things are going to come to a resolution in a way that you didn't expect. And so, what we have for the advice from Spirit, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Five of Cups, and we also have inner peace, clearing past or ancient trauma, physical, mental, and spiritual practices, love inner child. So what Spirit is saying, like throughout this process, throughout this period of uncertainty where you feel things bubbling just below the surface and feeling like they're ready to explode, keep your mind focused on your happiness and your best case scenario and let things unfold. Don't be so quick to come, out of this quiet energy of just having this deep knowing and feeling like things are unfolding in your favor. That's the direction you should like sort of shift your thought process towards. Don't worry about being disappointed or feeling as though things are not going to go your way. Find that balance. And what I just heard is find your happy place, is what Spirit is saying. Even though there may be things swirling around you that have you feeling uncomfortable, do what you can to ground yourself and don't focus on the potential for disappointment. Focus on the potential for change that will lead to your Nine of Cups, to your wish fulfillment, to your happiness. So what we have in terms of your potential outcome, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. We have the Moon in reverse, the Ten of Wands, and we also have visualization. See yourself achieving the highest possible outcome experience, feeling, and details. So, what I'm getting for your potential outcome, and this doesn't seem like it's something that's super long term. I feel like this is something that is more days or several weeks, but not like months and years. So, what I see for sort of the immediate future is that you are going to be knocked off balance a little bit. And this is going to be a bit of a stressful period as you sort of wait with this feeling that something's happening. But I do also think that ultimately what you're going to do is what Spirit suggested and not focus on what could go wrong, but turn your attention to everything that can go right out of this. So if it's a career, if you're looking at career and maybe there are some shakeups inside of your company and there are rumors swirling around, oh, they're going to restructure this and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And you're kind of sitting there like, okay, well, I know something's going to happen, but, for me, but I don't know what that is. And so it might be that a part of you is thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to get laid off. But then the other part of you is thinking, well, you know what? Maybe this restructuring is going to get me that promotion that I was looking for. So I think that you're going to start visualizing the best case scenario. You're going to put yourself in a place of grounding where you're okay and you're open to accepting. You're sort of focusing on the bright side of things because you don't know. It's not something that you can necessarily plan for because again, you have these two surprise cards. So it's a bit of a wild card, right? What's coming down, but I think that you're going to make the decision to focus on what could be in a positive way rather than what could be in a negative way. And I think that you're going to sort of, after a little period of stress, you're going to set that aside because you found your balance, you found your inner peace. And that's when the answers are going to start coming to you. This deep knowing, this feeling that you had, something's going to be validated. You're going to get clarity on what's been going on that you didn't really have the details about. And that's going to be, I think, a byproduct of you envisioning the best possible outcome for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one last oracle card for you and see if there are any final messages from Spirit. Okay, and we have one that flipped out. And what we have is it's good to feel good. And so many other zodiac signs had this card for their reading. So I feel as though, even though you're under a fair amount of stress, this is Spirit telling you, follow my advice. Focus on your happiness. Right? Don't focus on any lack. Don't focus on potential disappointment. Find that peace within yourself because it's good to feel good. It makes it easier for you to visualize the best possible outcome, the best case scenario, that opening of a new path, those answers that you need that are for your highest good, those answers that will sort of fill in the gaps for these feelings these very vague feelings that you've been experiencing. So make sure to ground yourself, find your zen, do a little chanting, do some affirmations, some meditation, have a glass of wine. If you're of age, drink responsibly, and, put yourself in a place where it's less stress erring on the side of negative, and try and focus on some things that might be a little bit more positive, that might make you a little bit happier, that might make you feel good on the inside. So, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that this resonated with you somehow. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.